Good day, everyone. So for this week, our topic is all about percentage. What is percentage? Percentage is a ratio, fraction, or portion of a whole which is represented as 100. Percentage can be converted into fraction and also into decimal. Let's take this activity for an example. So we're going to convert fraction to decimal to percentage. The first example is 1/2. How are we going to convert it into decimal and percentage? To convert fraction to decimal, what we're going to do is divide the numerator by the denominator. So 1 here is our numerator and 2 is our denominator. We're going to divide 1 by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be. We're going to add decimal point and 0. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So 1/2 is equivalent to 0.5 or 5/10, or if we're going to write it in hundreds place, it is also equivalent to 50 hundredths or 0.50. Now, how are we going to change decimal to percentage? Simply, we can multiply the decimal by 100. So 0.50 times 100. Or we can also move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So we have 1, 2, which is equivalent to 50%. If the given is a decimal, how are we going to convert it into fraction and percentage? Let us convert it into fraction. What we're going to do, we're going to get the decimal digits, which is 75, and then the denominator will be power of 10. So the last place value is in hundreds place, so we're going to use 100 as the denominator. And then, if necessary, get the lowest term or the simplest form. 75 over 100. The GCF is 25. So we're going to divide it by the numerator and the denominator by 25. Therefore, the fraction form is in 3/4. So again, to convert decimal to percentage, what we're going to do is to multiply it by 100. 0.75 times 100, or we're going to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So that is equivalent to 75%. How about if the given is percentage and you're going to convert it into decimal and into fraction? So just like what we did, we're just going to move the decimal point to convert it into decimal. But this time, we're going to move the decimal point to the left. So we have 40. The decimal point is after 0. So we're going to move the decimal point to the left. 1, 2. So that is equivalent to 0.40. And then, decimal to fraction, we have 40 over 100. 40 over 100, then divided by the GCF, which is 20. Therefore, our fraction form is 2/5. So that is how we convert fraction to decimal to percentage. Now let us have percentage increase. From the term increase, tumaas. Okay, percentage increase or percent of increase measures the amount of increase in comparison to the original value. To get the percentage increase, what we need to do is to use the formula new value minus the original value divided by the original value times 100. Let's take this problem as an example. A product costs 200 pesos and the salesman told you that the price of the product will become 280 pesos. So as you can see, from 200 tumaas ng 280 pesos. Further, the salesman said that the store will have a 30% increase in all their products. How are you going to check if the information given by the salesman is true? So, titignan natin kung yung pagtaas ng 200 pesos papuntang 280 pesos ay 30% talaga. So, what is the percentage increase if the original value is 200 and the new value is 280? So, again, ang original value natin is 200, while the new value is 280. So, using the formula, again, we have the new value, which is 280, minus the original value, which is 200. So 280 minus 200 is 80, divided by 200 times 100. So we have 80 divided by 200. So 80 divided by 200 cannot be, so we will add decimal point and 0. 800 divided by 200 is 4. 4 times 200 is 800. So the answer is 4/10 or 0.4. So 0.4 times 100. That is 40. And then we're going to affix the percentage sign. So our answer is 40%. Now let us have this table. We're going to get the increase in value and percentage increase given the following original value and new value. So to get the increase in value, what we need to do is to subtract the original value from the new value. And for the percentage increase, we're going to use the formula that we had earlier. So here are the answer for that. Let us see if that is correct. So increase in value for 100 and 130. So new value is 130 minus 100, which is 30. Next, for the percentage increase, new value minus original value, that is 30, divided by the original value, which is 100 times 100, which is equal to 30%. So for the second original value and new value, we have 525 as the new value minus 350. That is why it became 175 in increase in value. So for percentage increase, we're going to have 175 divided by the original value, which is 350 times 100, which is equal to 50%. For the third one, we have 48.3 minus 42, which is equal to 6.3. And then to get the percentage increase, we have 6.3 divided by 42 times 100, which is equal to 15%. Next one, we have 275.5 minus 190, which is equal to 85.5. So for percentage increase, we have 85.5 over 190 times 100 is equal to 45%. And for the last one, we have 351.75 minus 201 is equal to 150.75. So that would be the increase in value. So for the percentage increase, we have 150.75 divided by the original value, which is 201 times 100, which is equal to 75%. Let us have another example. A Jollibee branch recorded 100,000 sales in 1 week. After a week, it became 150,000. So as you can see, there is an increase, tumaas from 100,000 to 150,000. Find the percentage increase of its sales. So again, we're going to use the formula. So in this case, our new value is 150,000 and our original value is 100,000. So 150,000 minus 100,000 is 50,000 divided by 100,000 times 100, which is equal to 50%. And that is how we compute for the percentage increase. Now, let us have percentage decrease. So from the term decrease, may pagbaba, bumaba. So percentage decrease or percent of decrease measures the amount of decrease in comparison to the original value. So for the formula, it is like percentage increase, but this time we're going to have the original value as the minuend and the new value as the subtrahend. So for the formula, we have percentage decrease is equal to original value minus new value divided by original value times 100. Let us have this table. We're going to get the decrease in value. So how are we going to get that? Original value minus the new value. And then the percentage decrease, which is original value minus new value divided by the original value times 100. So here are the answers. Let us check. For the decrease in value, for the first one, 100 minus 80 is 20. And for the percentage decrease, we have 20 divided by the original values, which is 100 times 100. And if we're going to compute that, that would be equivalent to 20%. For the second one, we have 180 minus 111.6, which is 68.4. To get for the percentage decrease, we have 68.4 divided by the original value, which is 180 times 100, which is 38%. Next one, we have 360 minus 241.2, which is equal to 118.8. That is the decrease in value. To get the percentage decrease, we have 118.8 divided by the original value, which is 360 times 100, and that is equivalent to 33%. For the fourth one, to get 270, we have 1,500 minus 1,230. To get the 18%, we have 270 divided by 1,500 times 100. Last one. How did we get 4,000? That is 5,000 minus 1,000. And to get 80%, we have 4,000 divided by the original value 5,000 times 100. The last example. The value of a brand new laptop worth 45,000 became 30,150 pesos after a month of use. So as you can see, from 45,000, there is a decrease to 30,150. What is the decrease in price? What is the percent of decrease? So we have the formula. Again, original value, which is 45,000 minus the new value, which is 30,150. So if we are asked what is the decrease in price, so we will just subtract these two. So 45,000 minus 30,150 is equal to 14,850. So 14,850 is the decrease in price. Then to get the percent decrease, we have 14,850 divided by 45,000 times 100. So 14,850 divided by 45,000 is 0.33 times 100, which is equal to 33%. And that is how we compute for the percentage decrease.